up in Summerville, South Carolina. My dad was in the military and my mother worked at raising our family. My parents taught me and my brothers and sisters about values. We were brought up in a Christian home which served as a foundation for my life today. Family was and is very important to us. Having strong conservative values is something my parents instilled upon me at a very young age. I played quarterback on the Summerville High School football team. Coach John McKissick taught me that to win, you had to have dedication and teamwork. And even though your name may be in the headlines, it was your team that won. As a cadet at the Citadel, I learned about respect, honor, and integrity. The core values of a cadet are that you do not lie, cheat, or steal, nor tolerate any of those who do. It is something I've carried with me during my entire professional life. I continued to play football at the Citadel, playing athletics, studying, and going through the rigors of military training was never very easy. But it taught me lessons I'll never forget. After graduating from the Citadel, I went into the Air Force. My father taught me there is nothing higher than to serve your country. I left the Air Force as a captain. I have utmost admiration and respect for our young men and women who now serve our country around the world. Sharon and I were married in Somerville, have been married for 43 years. We've raised 2 great kids and had 1 beautiful grandchild. I'm so blessed to have a great family. They have supported me in everything I've ever done. I'm so proud of my kids. They've grown up to be outstanding, successful adults. I began my professional career as a CPA, and I understand crunching numbers is not something that excites everyone. I had a knack for understanding credits, debits, and financial data. As a certified public accountant, I had to work with businesses, corporations, partnerships, governments, and individuals. I enjoyed my work and was chosen to serve as president of the South Carolina Association of CPAs. In 1995, I heard that there was going to be an open seat in Somerville. I thought that I could make a difference in Columbia, bringing strong, conservative, common sense and financial background to the General Assembly. I was fortunate to have been elected unopposed 6 times by the people of Somerville. As a state representative, I fought for lower taxes, less spending, and smaller government. During my time there, the General Assembly returned $14 billion to the taxpayers of South Carolina. Everyone was shocked when we heard the news about the state treasurer being indicted on drug charges. When the office became vacant, Republican leaders came to me and asked if I would run for treasurer. Well, needless to say, I was honored. The treasurer's office was without leadership and something had to be done. As a trained CPA and chairman of the powerful House Rules Committee, I felt uniquely qualified to serve. So I offered myself for the job. The members of the General Assembly overwhelmingly elected me to become the state treasurer. As the new treasurer, I wanted to hit the ground running. First, I had to ensure that the office was running as it should and the state's financial assets were safeguarded. Then we set out on a bold course of action to save taxpayers' dollars and maximize our state's investments. In less than 3 years, we have made some outstanding achievements. I've worked hard to safeguard our state's finances, while other states have suffered dramatically. In fact, California had to issue IOUs for state tax refunds. We saved taxpayers over $250 million by renegotiating the state's tobacco bonds. We fought hard to strengthen the state's retirement system while saving more than $3 billion over the next 20 years. We helped make our state retirement system's investment commission move to #1 in the country. We returned a record amount of unclaimed property to its rightful owners, over $26 million. I have held local governments accountable by making them submit their annual audit to my office. They will not receive any more state funds until they account for the money they already have. We have increased CD limits with local banks to help provide funds to loan to working families and businesses. No one knows exactly what lies ahead for our state, but I do know that government must be held more accountable for how it spends taxpayers' dollars. While South Carolina still enjoys one of the highest credit ratings in the nation, we have some big problems to overcome. Record high unemployment, low personal wealth, and a lack of industry recruitment. We had better begin to address these issues in a comprehensive way, or our state will sink into a hole that will take a decade to dig out of. If we are to become a more fiscally sound state, we must implement a number of fiscally conservative initiatives that will keep our state on a steadier and healthier path. I've asked the leaders of the General Assembly to consider a 12-point plan. Increase the size of the General Reserve Fund. Implement spending caps. Delay use of the Capital Reserve Fund during the fiscal year. Respond more quickly to reduced revenue projections. Create a government streamlining commission. Eliminate the Terry program. Reinstate the 30-year retirement for state employees. Create a Department of Administration. Shorten the legislative session. Enact a biennial budget. Reform and streamline the capital improvement project process. Implement zero-based budgeting. We can make South Carolina a better place to live, work, raise a family, and do business. I'm State Treasurer Converse Chellis. I'm a CPA, and that's why I'm running for State Treasurer.